Hey guys, it's Sarah from Never Tasted Better. I hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to show you how to make some delicious apple fritter bread. Now the reason I decided to come up with this recipe is because I have family that live in Amish country. And every time we go down to see them, we have to go to the Dutch farmers market. If you haven't been to a Dutch farmers market, you guys, you're missing out. They have everything in their baked goods section. They have homemade donuts, whoopie pies, any type of pie you can think of, quick breads. I tried their apple fritter quick bread. It was so delicious. It was jam-packed full of fresh apples. It had a brown sugary cinnamon thing going on. It was so delicious and moist. I wanted to share with you today my take on that apple fritter bread. This gourmet apple fritter bread really is so easy to make. It came out very moist. As you can see in the middle, it's got a nice section of fresh apples and brown sugar cinnamon. On the top is a delicious vanilla glaze. Let's go ahead and run through a quick list of the ingredients we're going to need for this recipe. Our ingredients include 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, plus 1 teaspoon cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Our sugars are 1/2 cup white sugar, 1/3 cup dark brown sugar, 1/2 cup milk at room temperature, 1 stick unsalted butter, room temperature, 2 large eggs, also at room temperature, 1.5 teaspoons vanilla, and 2 fresh apples. I use Cortland and Honeycrisp. I like a mixture of both. That's all of our ingredients, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Our loaf pan is going to be an 8x4-inch loaf pan, which we're going to heavily grease with butter. Get all of those corners, making sure it's well coated. Our next step is prepping our apples. You're going to peel them, get the core out of there, and roughly chop them up. You can dice them, but I like them a good size so you get a nice bite of fresh apple. In a small bowl, add your dark brown sugar. It should really be packed in there. I like quite a bit of dark brown sugar in my apples. Also add your cinnamon, which I should have kept separate from my baking powder. Stir it together using a very tiny whisk. Make sure to break up those large clumps of brown sugar, and we're going to set this aside with our apples. In a very large bowl, add your butter and your white sugar. We are going to cream them together until light and very fluffy. Add in both of your eggs, your milk, and your vanilla. Cream it on a high speed until thoroughly combined. This recipe is called a quick bread for a reason. You pretty much just throw all of your ingredients into a large bowl and mix it together. Sift in your all-purpose flour, your baking powder, and salt. To avoid over-mixing, get rid of your mixer and trade it in for a spatula. Try to fold it in as best you can until there are no more streaks of flour left. Go over to your loaf pan and layer just half of the batter that you made into the bottom of the pan. Spread it out as evenly as possible. I love layering things, so I found this part to be a lot of fun and very satisfying. Once your first layer of batter is on, go over to your apples and grab just half of those freshly chopped apples. Layer them very evenly onto the batter. Sprinkle just half of the brown sugar cinnamon mixture on top. Once that is done, get the rest of your batter, place it in dollops on top of the brown sugar apple mixture. Spread it out as evenly as possible, sealing up those corners. Last but not least, layer the rest of those fresh apples on top of the batter. Also, don't forget the rest of your brown sugar cinnamon mixture. Sprinkle it over very evenly. And this guy is ready to bake. Your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees. Place it in the center rack. Bake for 50 to 55 minutes. While that bakes, let's make our vanilla glaze. Sift in 1/2 cup powdered sugar. Drizzle in 1 to 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. Guys, you can kind of figure it out, and whatever consistency you want your glaze to be, just go for it. I did about 1 to 2 tablespoons of heavy cream and it came out delicious. So my kitchen smells amazing right now. Let it cool off completely before you remove it from the pan. Once it's cooled off and you removed it, go ahead and be very generous with that vanilla glaze. Have fun and drizzle it over. I know I will be making this loaf over and over again. It just came out so delicious. My whole family enjoyed it very much. I hope yours will too. If you decide to make this recipe, please tag me on Instagram at nevertastedbetter. I would love to see your version of this loaf. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll say bye for now. Have a great day, guys. Bye.